and past and present mayors, and so I want their feedback. I want, how do they look at us now? Are we performing well? And it's always been positive, and we've made great amount of improvements, and we will continue to make those improvements. And like I say, it's us working together. You're the stockholder, and you deserve that.
Mr. Williams?
I'm running for Constable because I've got the experience. I've been out there on those streets, pounding those streets for the last 15 years, knocking on people's doors, hiding behind their cars and their vehicles, and just all kind of things like that. But I realized that I work for the community, and it is up to me to make sure that the community is taken care of. And if I'm going to have an open door policy, I want you to come in. If you have any concerns, I want you to come in the office and let's sit down, let's talk about it. And I want to be your leader, and I want you to look out after me as well. Thank you.
Mr. Lee, as Constable, what kinds of activities would you participate in to reach out to the community?
I think that's an excellent question. Constable is an elected official, so obviously he wants to be in the public eye. He wants people to know who he is, what his office does, what benefits that office provides to the citizens of Denton County. I don't think there's any public opportunity that would not benefit that office. Going to schools, going to public events, going to holiday celebrations. Anytime that you have the opportunity to present your office in a positive light. And it's education. It's going out there and teaching people exactly what that office does. There's a large portion of the community who has no idea what the Constable does or who he is. And so I believe that that's just an awareness issue. I think you should take every opportunity to present the office in the best light, show them what they're doing, be transparent. So this is what your Constable's office does for you, and this is how you benefit from the Constable's office.
Well, I don't think anybody could be any more transparent than what I am. I have very well documented communications with the community. We go into schools and we talk with classes. We've instituted a team driving program so that we can balance that out. Instead of maybe giving a teen a ticket, we can make sure the parents are aware of what's going on. We about a year ago, we started looking at our time management thing and how we're doing things. We started the house vacation. When people go on vacation, if they come to us and tell us, then we will make periodic go by their residence and make sure things are safe. And if there is some problems, we have ways of communicating with them. And so we're very active in the community, and we want to stay that way.
Well, I think that being a constable, you deserve to listen to the people and see what's on their mind and be observant and listen to what they have to say. And if you can do that, I think you'll become a better constable and you'll have a better community. And I plan to be there to listen and to listen to the facts and do everything that I can do possible to make it a better office.
Thank you, gentlemen. One last question from the audience that just came to us here. Private civil process servers have taken over a large part of the services provided by constables and civil lawsuit service and such. How can the constables compete with the cross precinct, with the private process that's taking place and eroding the amount of business you guys have? Mr. Lee?
Well, I think civil processing, the private civil processing side of it, the community, they don't fear as much those private process servers as when they see a uniform come tapping up, a man in a uniform come tapping up in your door with a badge on, you get the respect. And being a private processor, server, that, they absolutely have no respect. The community, or I'm not going to say they don't have any respect, but they will avoid you more frequently. And because when they see that the constable's calling or knocking on your door, you know, they want to respond. They want to know what's going on. But if a civil process server comes out there and taps on your door and he's got his jeans on and looking all weary, you know, you're just kind of like, well, I'm not answering the door. So, I mean, it makes a difference.
I think the original question was, how do we compete?
Correct. How do you compete with the private process?
Right. Yeah, I didn't follow you there.
Okay.
But yeah, how we compete is, the thing about it is private process servers was born and utilized by mostly law firms out here. And the reason why they're using some of them instead of using our office or another office is because of communications. When I first came in the office, that's one of the things that I implemented and spoke, you know, that this is the way it's going to be. We're going to start communicating with these law firms and let them know what's going on, what the situation is. Let them know that the thing's been served or hasn't been served, or if we're running into little hurdles, that they can maybe provide us more information so that we can accomplish this task. But the problem with some of these constables' office is a lack of communications. When you have a lack of communications, you don't have the job doesn't get done.
Mr. Lee?
But as far as competing with the constable's office has to serve the paperwork that's presented to it. So you serve the paperwork to the best of your ability, safely, efficiently. As far as civil process servers that are being hired by attorneys and attorneys' offices, I agree with Constable. If you've got an open line of communication, if you make that opportunity available to them and do an efficient job at it, it's not going to be as efficient for them to hire a private civil process server as it is to go through the constable's office. And it's not going to be such a continuing issue.
All right, thank you so much, gentlemen. All right, I'd like to introduce these two lovely ladies, and they're running for the District 16th Judge. And to our left is Mrs. Deborah Jones, and to our right, your right, is Mrs. Sherry Shipman. We will go over 2 minutes at the beginning, and we'll start with Deborah when that time comes. We'll have 1 minute to answer the question, and 1.5 minutes at the end for any final remarks. Girls, have any questions on that?
No, ma'am.
All right, would you like to say?
Thank you. Hi, my name is Deborah Jones, and I'm a candidate for judge of the 16th District Court. I've been an attorney in Denton for approximately 10 years, representing citizens and residents of Denton County. I've represented residents of Denton County in over 400 cases. I have experience in jury trials and experience in non-jury trial, highly contested non-jury trial cases. My primary practice consists of family law, which is divorces, child custody, child support, enforcement actions. I do adoptions as well, CPS cases, a lot of experience in CPS cases. I'm regularly appointed by the current sitting judges as court-appointed attorneys in a lot of cases, well respected in the area. I've been married to Reginald Jones for it will be 27 years in May of this year. We have 2 daughters. One's a graduate of the University of North Texas, and we have a 16-year-old who's who's a junior in high school. And she will be graduating from high school this year and beginning enrollment at the University of North Texas in the fall. We're also foster parents. I have a lot of experience. The statistics show that there are more pending family law cases in the district courts than there are criminal cases. I am the candidate with the most experience in handling family law matters, and I ask for your support, and I'm open to any questions that you may have. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Sherry Shipman. I'm running for judge of the 16th District Court. I've been practicing law for close to 13 years, And for the last 13 years, I have been mostly, in fact, entirely a litigator. I have represented individuals and businesses in high damages lawsuits. I was a prosecutor right here in Denton County for 3 years, where I prosecuted criminals. For the last 8 years, I've been in private practice, and for the last 5, I've been running my own law firm in Denton as a managing partner. You know, I come to these events, I've been to a number of them since last October when I announced my candidacy, and I'm always amazed and impressed at the people who come on a Thursday night or any other weeknight when you surely have other things to do and you care enough about what happens in Denton County to find out the people who are running. It's difficult to know who the qualified people are who are running for judge. Over the years as a practicing lawyer, I've had a lot of people ask me, how do I know who in the world I should vote for judge? And I think the things that obviously you want to know what their qualifications are. The law is it doesn't require an awful lot for someone to be a district judge. You have to be licensed for 4 years and live in the county and be a certain age. What you want in someone who is running for district judge is someone who has actual jury trial experience. As a prosecutor, I handled over hundreds of cases as a prosecutor and tried close to 70 jury trials. The district court is the highest trial court in the state court system, so it's very important that you have someone who's tried cases. I'm also a conservative. I've lived in Denton County for 35 years of my life. I've been involved in the Republican Party for the last 20 years. What you have with me is someone you know who shares your values and your beliefs as a conservative, and if I become a judge, those values and beliefs will go with me to the bench.
First question for you, ladies. The 16th District Court in Denton County, you both mentioned your handles criminal law cases, family law, CPS, general civil litigation, and whatnot. How do you see yourself putting into that bench and trying to manage that caseload and to make it more efficient?
Me first? Okay. Well, yes, these courts, most of the courts in Denton County, the 16th particularly, is what's called a general jurisdiction court. So it hears felony criminal cases. Those are the most serious types of crimes that are committed: murders, robberies, aggravated sexual assaults. And I should say that even though I'm not, Ms. Jones mentioned that the docket carries more family law cases than criminal cases. Criminal cases get tried more. There's a reason for that. Most criminals get court-appointed lawyers, so they're not paying the bill for someone to try the case, and so they're all too happy to go to trial and have that disposed of through a jury trial process. It's extremely important to have someone who has jury trial experience presiding over those very important cases. With respect to managing the docket, I think that you have to be strict as a judge. You have to tell lawyers that cases are going to be tried, that they're not going to be continued or carried on the docket for an indefinite period of time.
Mrs. Jones?
Thank you. As far as jury trial experience, we both have jury trial experience. If you tried a jury trial and you tried a jury trial again, you've got that experience. Whether it's 2 jury trials or 70 jury trials, the process is the same. And as a judge, you do not have to be the person trying or preparing for the case. You have to be the judge over the facts that are brought before you. And for information for the citizens, you have some judges that have been elected that had no jury trial experience at all. I would make sure that the cases flow through and the attorneys come prepared for their cases, and they have a time limit on the time frame to present their cases within. And that's how I would handle the cases brought before the court.
Ms. Jones, we'll start with you on this one. Tell me